Hello and greetings from Skopje, Macedonia. Thank you very much to the organizer for inviting me to this significant event. But more importantly, let me start by conveying my best wishes and congratulations to the entire Russian nation, but also to all the other nations that contributed to the Victory Day, the 9th of May. I'm coming also from a country that has many reasons, deep reasons to appreciate this anniversary and in general this event. But also a nation that faces new worries and dilemmas, and I'm going to share some of them. Of course, we are talking about these immortal letters from the past, from the participants in the Second World War, who speak to us throughout decades in their own voice. This reminds me of a very famous thought of the philosopher Theodor Adorno, who speaks about the arrogance of the living over the dead. We, the living, often take over the role of interpreting what the dead meant or did, or why something was undertaken in decades or centuries ago. So this kind of testimonies, authentic, genuine ones, have more power to bring to us the reality of war, which is very important, especially for the young generations today. They give us the authentic picture what war means. One of the people who had these diaries, made these diaries during the war, speaks not only as a person who turned overnight into a war participant and hero, but he shares with us the fears, the suffering, the witnessing of horrors of committed crimes, where his military unit was passing by and fighting for. So this is probably a time when we should not only celebrate a victory, but also keep alive a warning that wars can get on again and again, instead of the alleged message that was embedded in the UN Charter, the most significant document of humanity, but also the most neglected one. Never more, never again, to spare the future generations from the horrors of war. But we are living in times when a dark shadow is overcast over not only this event, but in general over the future of humanity. So I have just two questions to pose, actually, as something that is inspired by this reading, but also from the actual developments especially in Europe. First of all, has the Second World War ever ended? That is my real dilemma, seeing what's going on currently. The second question is, we're talking about military victory that was necessary at that time because the Hitler's army and of the Axis forces were marching throughout Europe and other parts of the world. But have we spent these 80 years as a humanity to learn something from these events, or Hegel is maybe right, saying that the only thing that we learn from history, from examining history, is that we don't learn any lesson. Especially as someone who is coming not only from Europe, but in my case, I come from a NATO country that wants to join European Union. It is really upsetting to see that the Europe has actually never changed. Its colonial legacy, its imperial past can be easily seen as of today, not only through the speeches of the leading politicians, but even the actions like rearm Europe is the latest plan that European Union, the so-called peace project, is engaging right now. Diplomacy is expelled, communication people to people is almost forbidden. The free speech is curtailed. So the question is, how shall we find a way to prevent the unthinkable? I think that this is a very worrisome situation. And I would suggest everyone to watch again the famous movie of Ingmar Bergman, Serpent's Egg. It is the beginning of the Nazism in Germany. And in this transparent egg shell of the serpent, one can see the monster growing up. And let me finish with one more philosopher, Antonio Gramsci. We live, unfortunately, in times of transition when the old world is dying and the new is struggling to be born. So we really should be alarmed, aware of what may happen. Glory to everybody who sacrificed their lives for our freedom, but the struggle, unfortunately, is not over yet. Thank you for your attention.